Back in the 1980s, video games were just considered a fad. Who would have thought of the notion that was created back in 1950, a game that electronically manipulated images on a television screen would become an art form it is today, and a flourishing industry. From gaming mainstream popularity in the 70s and 80s to the devastating crash of 1983, back to being revived and seen as an equal with other entertainment platforms. The video game industry has surely had its ups and downs. Nintendo, which is a well-known household name, was responsible for that revival with its creation of a console that was named after their company. After their rapid success, Nintendo partnered with Sony to help take gaming to new heights that it has never seen before, such as adding a built-in CD-ROM drive. Long story short, Nintendo broke their agreement and contract with Sony and partnered with Philips. This made Sony infuriated. They continued with their project in hopes of one day rivaling with Nintendo. The trend-setting brand of PlayStation is arguably today's most innovative and thriving invention the video game industry has seen today. To begin, I'll discuss with the birth of the original PlayStation. The launch of the PlayStation brand was sensational. Even though Sony had never developed a game, let alone a video game console, it was a mega hit. It introduced 3D gaming to home consoles. It kick-started the CD-ROM revolution that now all video game consoles use, ditching the cartridges that the old systems used to use, because the old cartridges cost way too much money to develop and took way too much time to manufacture. Another special feature about the Sony PlayStation when using CD-ROM, where you were able to play your music CDs. It was the little features like that that made the biggest impact. And is also the first console to sell 100,000 units. Now that I've discussed the PlayStation 1, I would discuss the evolution of the PlayStation when it turned into PlayStation 2. The company then set its sights on developing the new system. With its incredible power, exclusive ability to play CDs and DVD movies, it was unstoppable. It made possible for smooth lifelike animations to move in real time. The Sony PlayStation 2 helped establish DVDs as a standard optical disc media format that will be used worldwide. The system today has sold over 50 million units in the USA alone. One of its most innovative features was first of its kind. It had a backwards compatibility, which meant that you can play your previous PlayStation 1 games now on your PS2 games. So now that your PS1 games won't sit and collect dust when you traded in your first system for the new system. It is still serving as the entertainment centerpiece of many living rooms around the country. Now that I've discussed the PlayStation 2, I will discuss how Sony took the PlayStation 2 and evolved it into the PlayStation 3. With PlayStation 3, Sony revolutionized the way it developed games and the way they were played. It utilized both a combination of Cell and RSX processors and a state-of-the-art Blu-ray player. It came with a pre-installed hard disk drive, and it was the first to introduce wireless controllers. Along with other built-in benefits like Wi-Fi and internet browser, and store space of 320 gigabytes, where you can store your photos, movies, and music, making it both the most powerful console out to date and the most powerful console as an all-in-one device. PlayStation 3 is considered the #1 device to stream Netflix. In closing, long before there was an affordable CD-ROM gaming and 3D graphics, Sony set the goal of creating a gaming platform that would become as pervasive as the VCR. Changed the gaming industry forever. 18 years later, I think Sony is well exceeding their expectations.